Oh, I got crumbs on my keyboard.
Not the crumbs on the keyboard.
I was smashing some crackers before we started.
I was trying to eat my nasty oatmeal.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey guys, good morning. What's up? It's your girls.
Oh, that's confetti. What's lasers?
No, this one's lasers.
There we go.
At the same time, it's crazy. Okay. Who are you? Who are you besides me?
Who are you? Me?
You.
Did I look the right way?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Because it was backwards for me, but I'm Natalie.
Oh.
Jane Shields. And I write books and I read books and I make content on the internet about those two things. I haven't said that phrase.
You haven't in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that's working on my YA fantasy. That's all we doing today.
What chapter are you on today?
Girl, the same one. 14.
14?
14.
14.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been just like really, really, really busy month. And like not even for me necessarily. It's just like my husband's a teacher. It's the end of the school year. And like my sister just had a baby. And like it's just like there's so much going on.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just haven't had time to sit down and write like all week.
Yeah. Do you have time this week? Or is it still busy?
In theory.
But you never know.
Well, like things keep popping up like the day before they happen, where someone's like, we're going to be doing this thing. People are coming over for dinner. And I'm like, what? Or like people that would happen yesterday or Saturday. Remember? Because you were like,
yeah,
I'll see you tomorrow. And then the next day I was like, actually, apparently I can't.
Actually, no. I was like, okay.
Things just keep happening. So
yeah, that's okay.
TBD.
That's okay.
Who are you? What are you doing?
I'm Taylor. So I am Taylor. And I also write books. Last time you saw us, was I line editing? I was starting the line edit.
Yes.
On your channel over there last Monday. I have completed the line edit. She is done. I finished it on Friday.
And Taylor gets a surprise for me sometime today.
At some point. I don't know what it's gonna be. I low-key hope it's a Project A printout. I don't know. I would just like it on my shelf. And then yeah, so I finished the line edit. And have I been working on the third book? Oh, a little, yeah. I've been trying. I've been really trying. But I need to today. I need to send into the ether some messages to people that I would like to proofread and just get a quote from them, so I can get a proofreader ASAP. And then as soon as they get it back to me, I'm going to print it out to get a little test copy. I'm going to read through it like a normal book, and then I'm just going to publish it, okay? Like, I'm not even going to... It's just going to go live.
Are you going to add the additional things that we discussed off camera?
I don't know. Bye, Trevor.
Okay.
I don't know. We can discuss it further, my agent.
Yes. That would be me.
Yes. We can discuss, because, yeah, we can discuss.
Because maybe you should work on maybe writing that on this stream.
Maybe. We got friends in the chat, though. Evelyn stopped by. She's not here anymore, but we love you so much, bestie. Okay, we got Jane. Hi, friends. Excited to be productive and get some drafting on it. Yes, we are going to be productive. I'm thinking we'll do a 20-minute yap and a 40-minute sprint.
Yeah,
twice. We'll do that twice. Hi, Kiki. Oh my gosh, so many friends. What up, Charlotte? Jordan. Oh my gosh, it's 6 p.m. in the UK.
Let's go.
Oh, ready for some post-work writing. Let's go. Hi,
Malin just uploaded a Notion template video about like every Notion template she has for writers. I haven't watched it yet. It's on my watch later. But if you guys are interested in that, go to her channel.
Okay. after this, I'm gonna go add that to my watch later. Yes. Okay, what are we working on today, everybody? Let us know in the chat. We just told you what we're gonna be working on. And then we've got hello. Excited to get out of. Oh wait, I have glitched. I have glitched. Sorry. So excited to get out of a writing club. Yeah. That's not how you probably meant to write that. We're excited for you to get out of a writing club. Hopefully we can help out a little bit here. Are you well?
I am actually not sick. It's so rare.
I am well too. I woke up with a headache because I think I had too much screen time yesterday, but it's gone now. So I am well.
Good.
I thought today was Sunday. I'm all messed up.
I thought yesterday was Saturday. So
do I hear secret project talk? Ooh. Not today. Maybe next Monday. I'll need like a breath of fresh air.
I think she meant like extra content that we were talking about in.
Oh, do I hear it?
It's not secret project stuff.
No, it's more like inside what you would normally find in like a fantasy book, I guess. Like things that are not in my current edition that I could add just to like give more depth overall and whatnot. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Thinking of starting a plan out my second book. I recommend. You can never be start planning now. Even Evelyn, we were talking last night and she was like, and as we were talking about the third book, she was like, you know, hearing you talk about this and hashing out all of this, it's kind of putting the fear of God in me. And she's like, I think I need to start plotting it out because she just finished her first book in her trilogy. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I know the second book a little bit. I'm like, yeah, you should maybe know more hardcore than.
Unfortunately, we are plotters. Yeah. I apologize to all the Panthers in the audience.
Oh, thank you for the shout out. Okay, I'm gonna leave it up there for a moment.
Yes.
Go give her a follow.
Also, she just has great videos in general, so you should watch all of them.
Also very true. But yeah, it's one of those things, especially with like a series, where I think it's better to plan too much and be able to change than to have a vibe. Like I have a vibe for the third book, and then now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to rewrite this book for the third time. Like, cool.
Like literal, actual from the ground up rewrite.
From the ground rewrite. Yeah. And I was rewatching my other vlogs that I've had on Venture Alone because I was curious. I was like, okay, like it felt so long ago when it's all happened this year. So I'm like, it felt like so long ago. I was like, what was I even working on with this book? And then I was like, oh my God, I remember that vlog where I deleted 40,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
And then now this.
I remember those text messages that I received.
Yeah. Now I'm like, this going into this draft, I'm like, I am fully going to be killing my darlings, both literally and figuratively. So okay, I have 3 chapters of this draft left before I send it to beta readers.
Let's go!
Free? Heck yeah. Oh, hello, Sarah. Welcome. No, you're not late at all. We've just got started. We just got here. I'm going to be working on drafting a new project today.
I know, because she just finished her draft 4? 3?
Congratulations.
Project
You want to tell us a little bit about it, Charlotte?
Yeah.
Give us a little pitch, a little topic, a little genre. What is it? Share.
If she's gonna pitch her book, I think maybe you should pitch your book, Taylor.
Hey! Stop. Stop
in the name of the law.
Stop. Okay. I need to make lunch, then hopefully finish this chapter I'm on. It's a slow chapter. That's okay. That is okay. Is it wrong that I only read books even though I want to write for a long time? I was just blocked.
I think reading can help unblock you. So I don't actually think that's a problem.
I agree. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You know, Natalie, she also makes little free library videos.
I'm posting a new one tomorrow.
Let's go. This Saturday video is going to be my line editing my book in a week video. I think I'm going to put that up today though. So anybody that's a member, you get a head start, and everybody that's a member is going to get access to that video today, and then I'm going to put it live on Saturday. So that's a fun video. It's like a little over a half hour. It's good. It's a fun one. I like it. And then next Saturday, I think is going to be my little library video.
Love.
And they opened a new library here in Portland. It's like a huge, I've never seen a library this big before. And so I'm going to go to that in that video as well. So I'm pretty excited. I have not read Water for Elephants, but I've seen the movie because Robert Pattinson is in it.
I DNF'd that book.
That's okay. That's
also like 10 years ago. So
yeah. Okay. If it makes anyone feel better, I saw an interview of Matt Dinniman, author of Dungeon Crawler Carl, where he straight on says he has no clue where his books are going full on pantsing.
And he's doing great. So
that works for his like, I get that. I completely get that. And I think it works for some people and for some things. And
yeah.
I love that.
It couldn't be me.
No.
Wait, I think she continued the comment. She's got a double.
Oh, though it's also the reason I didn't vibe with the first book in DNF. Controversial, I know. I think it works in some ways, but the problem is if you don't, in my mind, if you don't have a good enough vision for how it will end, it could just never end. And I know he's on like, I don't know how many books he's into this series now, but it's a lot.
Also, I'm just looking it up now, but I'm pretty sure this is not his debut book.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a little bit of, maybe don't pants your first book ever.
I think once you understand like story structure and especially how you write the story and like everything like that, especially with your first draft and stuff, it'll get easier to know story structure. Like for me, working on the secret rom-com, I was able to pants it because I understand like the conflicts and introducing characters and like whatever, because this is like my 5th or 6th book, 7th book. 8th book. I don't know anymore. But
oh yeah, he had written several books before Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Okay. Yeah. So that's an interesting note from us.
Think with that what you will, you can also ignore us. So
and Kiki said my second book is plotted too. I did it after making draft 3 outline for book 1 because like I don't think too much else will change. Yeah. That's valid completely. I was wondering why you changed the tone of your videos from a lot of little fiber. Honestly, I think it has to do with more of like where I'm at in life. And I'm kind of in this moment where I'm working more on being an author and I'm wanting to make more content about the writing experience because I'm focusing more on it in my life. I'm not like done making little library videos or even like book content, but it's just kind of where I'm at right now. But there's a lot of back catalog of little free library videos and book calls and all sorts of that stuff. Oh, cool. She's asking what Kiki's books are about. Okay, I wish I could plot, but alas, I'm a pantser through and through, just zero drafting and fixing everything in revisions. Oh my gosh, there's so many.
I respect you for that.
We're gonna go through it. What is one reason you DNF books? Mine is because I can't pronounce the main character's name.
It's so valid.
It's valid.
I just make it up in my head. Like if I don't know, we were talking about this like the other day when I read Twilight as a kid. I mispronounced what is his real name, Carlisle. I in my 11-year-old brain or however old I was like Car Leslie, and that's how I read it because like nobody ever said it out loud until like 2 years later. I was like, oh,
yes,
just make it up.
Yeah, I just usually make it up, but I think a reason I DNF a book is sometimes it's the writing style. Like it's just something that if I can't sink my teeth into like personally, then I just won't waste my time. Sometimes with like classics, I'll kind of push through until I like understand the tone of voice. But usually it's because I don't have any investment with the characters. Like if I'm not invested by like the end of chapter 1, I just can't.
Yeah. You know For me, it's almost always writing style. Almost always. Like if I get far enough into a book and I don't care about the characters, I'll keep going. That spoiler alert, I just read All the Light We Cannot See.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Whoa.
I did not like it. And I did not care about the characters. And I know that is a like, I've never heard anyone else have that opinion. Everyone loves that book. I finished it because I can't even say I was interested. I don't know why I finished it. I finished it because I felt like I needed to, but I didn't care about the characters, didn't love the writing style, and I just felt like there was absolutely nothing that was happening in the book.
Whoa.
I know, wild. I'm sorry. I apologize. A lot of people's favorite.
It's your opinion. It's your opinion, dude.
And you know what? He got a Pulitzer, so
yeah,
screw me, I guess. I
don't
know.
Like, what do I know? Literally same. Okay, just something for everyone in here. Yep. Yeah. Pitching my book now. What a crazy thing to say. Every author ever.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Responding to Sarah, though, we all get to know. I'm currently working on a dystopian romantasy trilogy with corruption. And then I have my sapphic dark heaven hell romance. That one. That one sounds.
You didn't say hee.
Oh, okay. And then Charlotte, all I can say is that it's fantasy. Otherwise, my lips are presently sealed. Ooh, okay, fantasy. Love. I love the little library. I love making them. They're so fun.
I went to 2 Little Free Libraries this morning, actually, and I didn't film them, but I just just putzed around because I was already outside.
I love that. Okay, I'm attempting version God only knows at the first few scenes of my historical fiction, desperately trying to channel Miss Legume's. Is that how you say her name?
Le Guin.
Le Guin, yeah. Advice to just keep going. Yep. Yeah. Hello, and welcome.
Hi.
Strangely, mine reading genre has changed from Regency romance to Gothic and dark romances, and of course, time travel romance. I do love a good dark Gothic romance. Oh my gosh. You're beautiful and strong. Wait, you're beautiful and stronger than you think you are. Never let what anyone tells you otherwise. Yeah. I love that. That's very sweet. Had all intention of writing, but also I'm about 20 pages from the end of Realm Breaker, so I may need to just finish that during the sprint.
You know what? 2 sprints, 40 minutes each. You'll have time to do both.
You will. I sped through Water for Elephants before I saw the movie in theater. It was so crowded I had to sit down in the first row. I hate when that happens.
You're right, watching the movie like this.
Yes. I have written a ton today, so I might just continue plotting a new project that's taken over. Ooh. Love that. Right now, I'm more into journaling, though. It's just a bunch of ramblings.
That's also good.
Valid. Yes. I wouldn't say I've dived completely into ellipsis, but I am using ellipsis for Venture Alone, my 3rd book. I am using it right now, and I'm liking it.
As previously mentioned, I have barely touched my computer this week, so no, but it's on my list.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see. I love all your author content. Please give us more author vlogs. Watching other people write motivates me to get off my ass and write too. Yes. Yes. Okay, awesome. And then we've got that again. Car Leslie. Oh god, I read The Princess Knight, and it was great.
Yes.
It's Legally Blonde in medieval and fantasy times, but I struggled so much with the Irish names in my head.
Yes, I read this audiobook. Yeah. So I didn't have to pronounce any of them. I can't spell any of them, but I know what they are. Yeah, that book was a ride. It was fun.
This is if by 45% the pacing doesn't pick up, I DNF it. That's fair.
If I don't like the first page, I'll DNF it. Listen, I'm not...
that's the truth. I DNF if I'm bored mostly. Like, I'll finish a bad book if it makes me angry enough to hate read it.
I am here for a hate read.
Also, if I see a lot of trigger warnings, that's something I know I need to worry about. Yeah. Personally, I will rage read instead of DNFing a book, especially if it's been hyped. I will DNF. I'm a DNFer, like chronically. I can't do it.
I don't think but I guess technically I hate read All the Light We Cannot See. I don't know what made me. I genuinely could not tell you what
it
was
probably hate. It was probably hate. Okay.
I
never noticed them until I started watching your videos, Taylor, and now I see them everywhere. Little libraries are awesome.
They're everywhere.
I love them. Ari was here. Ari,
girl, we missed you.
We still be here. We love you. We love you so much, Ari. Hugs and kisses. Okay. Why am I so tempted to read The Deal? Must be the show on Prime. And normally I don't like romance hockey stories. Ooh. Oh, you mean like the
Deal Breakers?
No, it's The Deal, The Score. What the frick is her last name? I read those books.
Good for you.
I read them. I read them. I will say I enjoyed them for what they were. And I will not be watching the show because I have a image in my head of what those characters look like, and every clip I have seen, I've gotten the ick, and I'm like, I can't do it. Like in my they're just not what I'm seeing. So I'm like, I can't. Elle Kennedy. Thank you. I was gonna say but I was thinking of Elsie Silver, and I'm like, that is not the same. Ellipsis is a writing website. It's like Google Docs, but without AI. And I think it was somebody. Help! Did somebody else answer this?
Also planning stuff in it, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And I think that was something I noticed was really cool is they have like templates for like plots and stuff like that. So I think when I'm going to be working on Venture Alone, I'm going to have a new draft in there with like a plot structure that I can try to insert my ideas into. I'm writing a full fantasy book with a whole magic system, but it's only 20K. How could I increase my word count? Ooh.
Give it room to breathe, describe things, have conversations.
I would say you got to remember, like, as much as we can as authors, our characters in most the time are human. So there's going to be reactions, there's going to be emotions, there's going to be investment in the characters and stuff. So just make sure, like, when you're writing it that you show that. That's a lesson I'm still learning is like, okay, this big thing happened, this plot point happened. Most of us as humans are going to be dwelling on it, thinking about it, reacting in whatever way we do. And then maybe it's okay if your book is shorter and you're writing like a novella. That's also okay. So I don't feel like you need to be forcing more words if it's just not right for your story.
I will say slightly, I say with love, it sounds like maybe this is you wrote an extensive outline. So I would find other books that you think are similar to yours and read those and really get a sense of how they're telling story, like mechanically how they are telling a story, like paragraph breaks and where a conversation's happening versus when they're summarizing what happens. And I would try to put that into your work.
Yeah. I have not read Where the Crawdads Sing. I don't think I will.
I love that book.
I don't think I will.
It's so good.
I'm also using Ellipsis, but it started lagging after too many words. Oh no! So I've split my X into separate drafts. Okay, that's good to know. I often, if I can't pronounce them, I often rename them. Yes, I'm trying to get through the comments. I'm so sorry. Can't lie. I'm 30% through Not in Love, and I'm close to DNFing, and everyone loves it. That's okay. Hey, DNF a book if you ain't vibing with it. Unpopular opinion. I DNF Fourth Wing. My friends have been flaming me for it. I
respect it.
I 100% respect it. I read Fourth Wing and I liked it, and then I tried to read the second book and I DNF'd the second book, and I will not be continuing the series. So you're good.
Unfortunately, I consume those books like crack, but
and Cody also loves them, and that's okay.
That's okay.
That's why books and reading is so incredible. Portland is great. We're loving it. We are loving it. It's sunny today. It's beautiful. I hope we could see the mountain today, but it's really nice. Really nice. Sometimes it's not so much hate reading as finishing so I can have evidence as to why it was bad, and you can't tell me otherwise because I read the whole thing, you know?
That, actually, yes, that is why I read All the Light You Cannot See. We Cannot See? I don't even remember.
But that's like, if I DNF a book, I don't say I read it. I just say it wasn't for me. That's like the phrase I use is like, if I started reading a book and at whatever point I DNF it, I'm not going to be like, this book freaking sucks. And if you like it, then you suck. Like, that's not the mentality. If I don't like it, then I'm like, it just wasn't for me. I wasn't the intended audience. You know,
unless I have been given like an advanced copy to review, I don't review books that I've DNF'd.
Correct.
Only if I am like required or highly recommended to leave a review and I DNF'd it, then I will. But no.
And usually in those cases, that's when I will force myself to read it. is like if it's an arc, not always, but like there are many times on NetGalley where I've DNF'd a book and just been like, I DNF'd it. I can't do it. Like, I'm sorry, I can't leave a review. But if it's like a book where I'm like, okay, like it just may not be my cup of tea, I'm just gonna keep going and trust the process. And then usually I will take in that aspect of me not completely vibing with it into my review. And I'm not like, 1 star, this is trash. I'm like, it just wasn't for me, bro. And like, I can respect that, you know? Okay, L. Kennedy. Crazy.
Bro, you gotta get through these comments.
Okay, guys, there's so much.
Skip a few. We gotta get going.
Okay. I read them years ago. Sometimes I understand. Point of view. So Natalie, which genre do you write? Young adult fantasy. Woohoo! Made it before 3. Yes, you did. Okay. I'm gonna come back to these. Did you guys hear the Michael B. Jordan? Is that before? Yes, I did hear it. I'm interested in that. Okay. Okay, so I read about it. Probably it was okay. Natalie, I need to know if you've read all the Throne of Glass.
I've read none of them. I've never read a Sarah J. Maas book.
And we talked 6 minutes over our cap. So we are going to be sprinting. The question is, should we cut our time?
Girl, do whatever you want. You're in charge.
Should we cut our time a little bit since we went over it? Let's change it to 30, you know?
Do whatever you want. There are no rules.
Focus timer.
As soon as you start the sprint, though, I have to go and turn my AC off because I'm freezing.
Okay. So I've set it to 30. We're going to do a 30-minute sprint to like warm ourselves up. In the meantime, if you guys want to ask us some questions in the chats, and then we have some topics to go over, that would be great. And then we'll come back, and then hopefully we can keep our talking time low next time and do a 40-minute when we come back.
In what world?
That's true.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Bling. Pause. Oh, let me go back here. Howdy, folks. What's crack-a-lackin'?
I need a blanket.
There's so many friends here right now. Oh my gosh, hello. How did it go?
Good-ish. I was so far removed from this chapter that I needed to reread what I had written, and I did some editing as I went through. So I wrote 171 words and only actually continued the scene by 48 words. So that's what
Okay. She's adding words. Okay.
Yeah. So we're getting there. This scene feels incorrect to me. But because this is a new scene that I'm adding to this draft that is accomplishing the right thing, but I think in the wrong way. But I can't be bothered to fix it right now. So I'm just trying to write it as is and move on.
And that's okay. That's okay. I officially sent out my requests. So what I was doing was I hopped on Readsy and I found 5 proofreader editors that I think will fit my genre. And there was one girl on her like profile. She was so quirky. And like she just had so much spunk on her page. And I'm like, I really hope it's you because you're fun. Like I was like,
I like you.
I know. I'm like, man, like she would have been great for book 2 with Riley's character because she had that type of sass. And I'm like, I love you. So I'm hoping that it'll work out. We'll hear back from them hopefully this week. And then I can choose one and we can get Venture Below's 2nd edition in their hands. They're going to proofread it, get it back to me, and then publish. Forget it. Publish. Just going to be a surprise. I'm just going to like post on my Instagram and be like, books out.
Books out. Congrats.
So somebody made a good point. I think it was Cody, maybe. I don't know what is making noise. I'm so sorry. But they made a good point of like, I'm taking down the 1st edition off of Amazon. So it's like, you only got, I don't know, a few weeks left before you can get the 1st edition. And then it'll be out of print, as they say. So there are so many friends in the chat right now and watching right now. So hello and welcome. I know we do have some new friends that are curious about what we are working on. So do you want to say a little bit about what you're up to? And I'm going to go through the chat.
Yeah, I am writing a young adult fantasy novel. I'm currently on draft 4, which means the plot is basically set in stone. The characters are pretty much set in stone. It is just cleaning things up, adding a few scenes, removing a few scenes right now. And I am on chapter 14 out of 50-ish. And this has been difficult just because I'm writing from scratch this new scene and it's just trying to kill me. So that's what
I don't know. It has a thing to my head and that's how it feels for you right now. I don't know what I'm going to be working on next. Maybe Venture Alone. I might go back into that because I was kind of plotting out what I want to do for my 3rd book in this YA fantasy series. The 1st book in the series I am republishing as a 2nd edition, and it's going to be out this summer, so very, very soon. And I just sent it off, as you heard, to hopefully find a proofreader for this week. But yeah, we had so many friends just getting stuff done during this freaking sprint. I honestly didn't get any words. That's okay. I'm working with a draft that I started a while ago, so I'm trying to familiarize myself with what I previously wrote, just like Natalie. I
have to go get a blanket.
You do it. Go take care of yourself. I'm currently publishing through Amazon, although I am hoping in the future to be in more independent bookstores and possibly in Barnes & Noble and whatnot, in the bigger places, so it's more readily available for everybody. And then I did see somebody asked about audiobooks. I can't find it in the sea of the chat right now. But I did have some audiobooks up, but I'm not happy with them because they were using AI, and they were like, it was like one of those beta launches, and I was like, okay, and I put it for the cheapest it could possibly be, and then it just never sat well with my gut, so I took it down. But I am working on audiobooks right now, actually, with another writer friend, Anna Young. She is doing the voice for Riley, who is the main character of the second book in my series. And then once the second edition is out, I'm going to have someone read for Adelaide's voice, and they may or may not be beside me in this chat right now. But Natalie, her voice is just regal. But also, Natalie
said no one ever.
But also, Natalie, I feel like you have depth to your voice, though. Like, you have a good, like, it's very warm and like it's got this richness to it. But also, you're an actress, so that's, I also think, a core part of it is that you can actually come out with the emotion that I'm going to need on the page. And then I have a friend from back home who he is going to be reading for Leo, and he has a very nice voice. So I'm very excited about it. And yeah, so many fun updates. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh, hello. So many friends here with us. Okay, I'm at work and it's slow. I might need to finish my romance novel. Only a few pages in, but I keep having doubts about it in terms of writing. So you're only a few pages in and you're already having some doubts about it. That's about where you should be. That's about correct.
Normal.
That's about correct. Yeah. Okay, chapter 1 of my book is the beginning of a palindrome. I'm currently writing the part where chapter 1 picks up in 3/4 in. Parts of chapter 1 is disassociation, and the second part is what actually happens. Very tricky.
That's some big brain stuff, right?
Very tricky. My brain is having a hard time. Wow. Oh my gosh, writer friends doing our audiobooks is so cool. Yes, I'm very excited, and that's. I'm pumped. Like, I already have, Anna has given me, I want to say like 3/4 of Venture Beyond right now already, and just like hearing it come to life is a crazy feeling. Agreed. Yes, Natalie's voice is great.
You spell my name British. I love it.
Natalie. I am so sorry I offended you with that accent. Okay, just doing the last bits of revisions. I have half a chapter left to fix before I can submit to my advisor committee. Nice. Well done. I am feeling out of my element here, surrounded by others. Ask away. That's what we're here for. Only like 6,000 in my first novel. Any advice for just getting the words on the page?
Taylor first.
Natalie. Okay. Getting the words on the page. Okay, this is gonna be generic advice. That's hard advice, but you just gotta write. The more you do it, the easier it will be. And I can understand. Like, I'm remembering where I was at. Well, no. I'm like, how there's so many words in my brain, how to articulate them. But like, when you're sitting down with your first novel, and let's say you're looking at like our videos or hearing us talk about word count and hearing things and stuff that we are maybe coming out with numbers or progress that you're not seeing, it can be really hard, and being like, why am I not producing this? Because I've been there. And the main thing is experience. And like, we've just done it a lot and gotten to the point where we are at, so you can't knock yourself down, you know what I mean, like, for not writing as much. And the only way, like, you have to stop comparing yourself and not make it perfect, especially if it's your first book and it's your first draft. That's like the biggest thing for me when I'm drafting, is I kick the critic and the editor out of the room when I'm writing a first draft, and I'm just trying to tell the story. And you can't worry about, oh, I just used this word a paragraph ago, I don't want to have to reuse it. And then like, that's not what the first draft is for, in my opinion. I think it's for getting the story out on the page, because that's really the only way you're going to know what works and what doesn't work for your plot and your story overall. But
I think also, when you first start writing, there's a famous author who says this, but I cannot for the life of me remember which one it was. Your skills and your like taste are going to be so far apart, you know? Like you're going to read books and be like, yes, this is good writing, this is great, but it's going to be difficult for you to match that. And it's just that the more you write, the closer you're going to get to your actual taste. And so you have to write that first book and maybe not have it be your favorite. This is my 7th book and I am not published. You know what I mean? So like I've done a lot of work getting to the point where my taste matches my skills, or my skills match my taste. So I think, unfortunately, you just gotta keep writing and finish what you're doing, and then read it and realize what's good and what isn't, what needs work, figure out how to fix those things. It's just like, what is it? The 10,000 hours makes an expert thing. It's like, you want to be a good writer, you might have to put in 10,000 hours.
That's
and
great.
If that sounds horrible to you, maybe this is a hobby. I don't know. I mean, that might be hard to say, but
yeah. I also think when you were talking about like your taste versus like your skill too, it's like you're reading a book in its final form. When you're reading, you're looking at somebody's gone through so many edits, so many revisions, so many other eyes have already been on it, especially if it's like a popular house that has published this book. It's like you're looking at the best this book has ever been, and as you're writing your first draft, it's the worst your book will ever be. You're not reading everybody that's popular and famous's first draft when it's out there on the page, you know?
Yes. And I do want to highlight, Jade said the magic happens at revisions. That is absolutely true. The first draft is usually garbage. You love it, but it's garbage. It's like so much of the work and what makes it good will come later.
Yeah.
That's not what the first draft is for.
Yeah. Agreed. Hello and welcome. We're glad you found the stream.
Hi.
Also, I'm 11 years old writing the debut novel. That's so... I've been you. Alex, I have been you. That was when
12 when I wrote my first book.
Venture Below, the book that is out right now. I wrote the first version of it, not when I was 11, but I was, I think, 12 or 13. So, yep. And that's the book that I just rewrote as a 30-year-old and am going to be publishing this summer. So, I love that, Alex. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, you're on the right path.
Yes, you are. I'm working on the developmental edit of my first book in a trilogy. It's psychological espionage. I love that word.
That's exciting. I like the word espionage.
It's so fun. So Trevor and I have been watching Castle, the TV show.
Good show.
Which is so good. And there was one point where there was like espionage, and he kept saying it like throughout the show and the episode, and I was like, I love it. It's so good. I spelled it French. No, that's good. That's good.
No, I love it.
Do either of you have character art being made? I know Natalie is planning to query, so I don't know if that's an option.
I do not have any currently being made. I think it would be a fun reward for myself when I start querying, maybe. But I don't know. I don't have any in the works, no.
Yeah.
But I do have a collection of artists.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love character art. I think that's my reward for when the series is done. That's where I'm at. I'm like, when the series is done, because I do have hopes and dreams of creating a like series
omnibus.
Is that when it's all in one book?
Yeah.
That I want, even if it's just for myself. I love a big fat chunky book, and oh my god, having the whole let me know
with character art in it and everything.
With character art in it, and like the cover totally reimagined, and like, oh my god, literally shut up. Okay, anyway, I have hopes and dreams, but then I think about how I'm an indie author and I'll have to do it all myself. And then
you do have one piece of character art though.
Yeah.
I
do have one piece of art done by the one, the only. I was just looking through her books. Okay. Lindy Jung.
Yep, fellow author tuber Lynn made character art for Taylor.
Author of Moth's Blood. She drew Adelaide for me, and I will never not think that's the coolest shit ever. Okay. Do you ladies ever get headaches from overthinking or focusing on your novels? I have one right now. Sarah. I got one right now. Just thinking about Venture Alone, the third book. Okay.
If I get a headache, it's usually because I'm not wearing my blue light blocking glasses.
Ditto. Okay.
Protect your eyeballs. Protect your brain. Very important.
Come on when we sprint next. Okay. I actually can't get words on the page unless I have an outline these days. Ooh, okay. By the way, love the idea. It's great and so cozy. You guys are so helpful as well. Do you have any tips to format a draft correctly?
I have 2 thoughts.
You answer that. I'm gonna go through the chat and see if we got more questions, because I see
2 thoughts with the caveat that I never know if I say that word right. That I am pursuing traditional publishing, so I will never have to actually format my own book. But first thought, look at a bunch of books, look at books you like and see how they have formatted it. Mess with the margins in whatever software you're using to print it out, things like that. And if you are financially able and don't want to put a lot of hours into it, there is a software called Vellum, Vellum, where they do all of the formatting for you. You just put your book in and it comes out looking like a formatted perfect book. So I think it's like $200, something like that. So like if you can afford that and you don't want to put in a lot of hours, do that.
I agree with everything you just said.
You weren't listening, were you?
I was. You talked about Vellum.
Are you gonna get Vellum?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Girl, I already got a headache. Okay. We did have a question though here from Charlotte. What are your personal opinions and preferences on multi-POV books as a reader?
It's like you came into my brain and asked this question because I was thinking about this earlier. I think they're fun. I'm fine with them. If it is a romance, I think sometimes, most of the time, it's more fun not to be multi-POV because it keeps some of the tension in a way that I feel like a lot of current romance books don't. Because if you know both sides of the relationship and what they're thinking, I think it can be more frustrating to the reader. Whereas like if you're reading from the girl's perspective and you're like, the guy does this, and then you and the character are both going, well, what did he mean by that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love multi-POV. I've written multi-POV. I do think in romance, it's not my favorite these days. I think it's a cop-out.
T. I like multi-POV. I'm trying to think of as a reader. I think a majority of what I read is just one perspective.
You read a lot of literary, though.
Yeah, I do.
That's very common.
I do. But as a writer, pretty much everything I write is multi-POV. I can't think of a single story I've written that is one POV.
Yeah.
Probably Venture Beyond is the closest I got to that. The epilogue and the prologue is somebody else's POV, but the entire second book is in Riley's perspective. So there's that. There is that. And I intentionally did what Natalie was just talking about, where maybe that's spoiler, but I was specifically trying to make the reader view somebody in ill lighting because they don't know the other side of the story and you don't get to see into this other person's head. And could that have thrown a lot of people off? Yes, but I had fun. So
yeah, I think with every writing technique, there's right ways to do it and a less right way. But also there's no wrong way to do any of this. So do whatever you want. No rules.
Literally. 100% truth. Does anyone have any other questions for us? We got about 5 more minutes before we must move on. I now write mostly dual POV, but still struggling with making the 2 voices distinct enough at this stage. Yeah, I will say that is a huge challenge when you're writing multi-POV, is to make sure that both characters or all characters are different. That's a very hard
different, think different. Yeah.
See the world differently. Yeah.
100%.
Natalie, you got a question? Oh, we got a question. Never mind. Never mind, Natalie. Any pro tips for writing the multi-POV stories with actual different voices?
I am also an actor, so this is coming from that perspective. But I think I would just start like talking as that, like out loud, physically talking as that character to get a sense of their style of speaking and then translate that into their style of thinking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah. I think there was one tip I think that Brandon Anderson had given. Anderson? I don't know who he is. Sanderson, I know.
Like Brandon Anderson.
Brandon Anderson, Mr. Anderson. And he had a really good point that like stuck with me of your metaphors that you use in your book really set the tone for the character that you are writing. So for me, in my book, this one that I'm going to publish in the summer, Venture Below, I have a princess and then I got a dude who's been living in the woods. So two very different, distinct characters. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to their metaphors, Adelaide, the princess, is going to be thinking in terms of luxury and like being from a life of that place. So it's like she's going to be referring to things that are similar to like a jewel or a marble stone or like different things like that that are a part of it, or like it was as sharp as the tip of a crown, like things like that, where he, as a guy living alone in the woods, is going to think in terms of more like hunting, very violent. He's going to be, you know, like harsher in tone. So even in the way he thinks, it's very blunt. The way he speaks, especially in the beginning, is very only when he needs to. And then with Adelaide, she is very inquisitive. She is very curious. She is very determined and stubborn to like get answers. So that dictates how she sees, how she looks at people. She's very, I don't know, untrusting when she's Adelaide. And so there's different aspects to like, you really got to know your character. I think for me, when it comes to multi-POV, if you don't truly know, like if you can't envision them sitting in front of you and picking out which ice cream flavor they want from the store, you're maybe not quite there yet. Or at least like as you keep writing it, it'll get better, you know? Actors Unite. Love that.
I think it's also fair, Alan said this too, but if maybe don't worry about it so much in your first draft. Just get your story down, do what you need to do, and then it can be something that can be done in line editing if you really need it to.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, Charlotte. We're on the same page. And then we did have another question of how do I get a writing group going? I have one other person, but we're both new writers and don't know what to expect. I did see this question up earlier, and I'm so sorry I didn't get it. There's so much going on.
So I actually just started an in-person writing group maybe 6 weeks ago, I think, with fellow authortuber Amelia, because we live in the same city. And what we did was we like made, do I have it? We made flyers with a little QR code and kind of said like, hey, we're looking to do a writing group in town. Fill out this Google form if you're interested. And we did like just a general capture of like, how old are you? What's your gender type of stuff. Because our intention was to keep it 20, 30 something females, but like would also look outside of that. There was one man who was 40 and wrote like crime thriller. And we were like, we might not be the group for you. But everyone else, we let it. And we meet once a week and we basically do this. We do yapping and talking about our books, and then we'll sprint for 30 minutes or 40 minutes and then talking and then writing more. And sometimes, a lot of the times, the whole 2 hours is just us actually yapping and trying to figure out like a specific story problem in someone's book. The other day we were talking about, like we went deep dive into Publishers Marketplace to see like how to read that website basically and figure out information. It's really just a good community builder. Highly recommend. But we did a flyer. We did fill out a Google form with your information. We made that slightly longer than was convenient intentionally, because we wanted people to fill it out only if they like really wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Like it was like, I don't know, 15 questions. Cause like if you've done like 3, like anyone can fill that out in 2 minutes. But like this is just like slightly inconvenient. So you had to really want it.
Yeah.
And then we sent out an email to those people and we're like, hey, we're gonna meet at this public place at this time. Please come. And we all met and realized that nobody was crazy. And now we meet at my house. So
yeah. That's so cool. I love that. And even another part to her question from before was like what to expect from the people in the writing group. And I feel like you kind of answered that of like, it's the community aspect of it. And
it can be whatever you want to. We had kind of talked about when we all first met, like what do you want out of this? Like, do you just want quiet writing time? Do you want to just talk? Do you want a little bit of both? Do you want to read each other's work? And we kind of decided that we wanted dedicated weekly time to write and just to encourage one another. But some critique groups, and if you're starting your own, by all means, you can do whatever you want, will be like, this week, Taylor's going to read a chapter out loud and we're all going to critique it.
Yeah.
Like you can do that too. Yeah. It's just not what we wanted at this stage.
Yeah.
In my writing group.
That's really good. And I also love this. I also recommend joining AuthorTuber's Discord if you see any, and joining any other author events like Storytellers, Hearth, Relay, etc., where people host sprints as you meet other writers this way. It's also how I met my 2 critique partners. And that's how I met Natalie, was through the AuthorTube community and just from being in the comments. And that's how we got connected. We do have a few questions that I'd like to get through. So we're going to do these 3 questions and then get into our sprint, which I think will be 30 minutes. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Any advice for finishing first drafts? We already did that, didn't we? Did we do that?
More or less. We didn't actually answer it directly. Find community, find people to encourage you, set a deadline, make it happen.
Yep. I like the setting a deadline. I think that's pretty important, man.
I set Taylor's deadlines for her, in case anyone's wondering.
That's why having a critique partner / somebody to force you into accountability is optimal. If you're like,
Eddie, look for friends in the comments right now, or get in one of those Discord groups. I know Dami is writing, or CK Jensen have links to one. I know Lindsay Puckett has one. Go find some people to encourage you.
Okay, and how do you trust your premise without thinking it might be too boring or, on the other side of the spectrum, too complicated?
Do you want me to go?
Yes. Yes, because I need an answer.
I think my answer would change on whether or not you are pursuing trad pub or self-publishing. If you are self-publishing, do whatever the frick you want, and it comes down to the marketing. If you're able to market it and people want to read it, that's fantastic. As far as for trad pub, I feel like you need to pressure test your premise. Like, as far as too complicated, I would say, can you describe your book in 1 to 2 sentences and get the point of the book across? Like what I do, I think I have a relatively complicated book, but at its core, it is about a young woman who's been raised her entire life by the rebel faction of this kingdom to infiltrate the castle, pretend to be the lost princess, and bring down the regime from within.
Yeah.
So it's a complicated book, but I can say it in 1 sentence. So I would say that is the test of, is it too complicated? As far as too boring, I think tell it to people, see what people think. Try to really streamline your pitch. If your pitch is sounding boring, like your premise is sounding boring, but you don't think the book is boring, then
it might work
your pitch.
Yeah.
See if there's maybe a word choice you can change, or something you're needing to focus on that you're not highlighting right now. Something like that.
Yeah. All great advice. Thank you, Natalie. That was great.
Anything else, Taylor?
Nope. And that's strictly because I needed to hear that advice as well. So cool. Any tips for how to have good character arcs? Ooh, good character arcs. Okay.
I've answered first on all the other ones, girl. You gotta go.
I know. Okay. Any tips for how to have good character arcs? Okay. I think one big thing is knowing what does your character believe at their core. What do they believe and what do they want more than anything? So like for my book specifically, Adelaide, my main character, she believes in justice and in doing the right thing and following in her father's footsteps. And that pairs in with what she wants, which is answers to why he was assassinated, because he was the king. He died 5 years ago. It's all a mystery. We don't know why he died and stuff. So she wants answers. And then from there, to have a good character arc is you put stuff in their way. And they either have to keep fighting against those resisting points and keep showing up and fighting for what they believe in, fighting for what they want. And then maybe over time that can change a little bit. That belief can change. It can form into something else. There can be things that add to it and stuff. But there's also what they're afraid of and what they fear the most. So it's like what they believe, what they want, and what they're afraid of. And I think Adelaide specifically is afraid of becoming like her mother, who is evil and wicked and took over the kingdom and has been awful ever since the king was assassinated. And I think her worst fear is becoming her. And so for me, the arc is that she goes through this whole process trying to figure out what's going on with her dad and what happened to him. Lots of stuff gets in her way. And by the end of the book, she kind of realizes she might be more like her mom than she wanted to admit. So for me, the arc was her accepting, holy crap, this part of my life that I was afraid of is kind of closer than I thought. And so she has to overcome that fear. So the arc has to, I think in my mind, like kind of intertwine those three things. Yes. And then the arc too can either be they become a better character in the end or they become a worse character in the end, which I think is tea. And I love that about books. Like some books, if they end, like I want to read a good villain arc. Like I need it, and I think I'm gonna write it at some point because I need that in my life. You know what I mean? Also, I saw Letty was in here. Bestie Letty! Hello.
To answer my part of that question first for character arcs, I think the beginner step is where does your character start and where do you want them to end? And then what plot circumstances can you put in between obstacles, like she said, what things can disrupt what they currently think to get to the point at the end where they'll think this thing instead.
Yes. You can give a lie the character believes in, like a false worldview or self-concept, and the job of the story is to force a confrontation between the lie and the truth.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. My second book may start with a villain arc, hypothetically. Yes. Everything you say about your book, Kiki, just makes me want it more. Like every time you give us more about it, I'm like, and I need that. I need it.
And I need that
right now. And you know what? What else I really, really need right now?
A sprint, probably.
More than anything?
Yeah.
Is a 30-minute sprint.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
So.
Really rude of you.
You know that soundbite of Kevin James being like, "Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines."
No.
Anybody?
No, I am not aware of this.
That soundbite is what I hear right now. So, thanks for.
I'm glad you're pumped. What are you going to work on during this sprint? What are you going to do?
I think I'm going to be working on, not that anybody could see from this distance,
Venture Alone.
That's by me. So I think I'm going to be working on this. And I'm going to do my best. So, yes, see, Charlotte knows what I'm talking about. And God bless America. That part, oh my God. I'll find a link. I'll send it to you.
Kevin James, as in the guy from Mall Cop?
Duh.
Okay.
What do you think this is? Okay, good luck, everybody. We'll see you back in 30 minutes. I'll send you a link, Natalie. I'm not gonna lie, that scared me. Hey team. Hey team. How did it go? How did it go?
I finished chapter 14.
Woo!
However, it did not actually, because I decided to split it halfway of what it was actually supposed to be. So, like, I did do it, but I didn't do it, you know?
How long is this one? Oh, that's pretty long.
1,800 words.
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter, but I'm sure there could be, you know. Okay. I don't know how far I am into reading that. That's what I was doing.
She was reading my book.
That's what I was up to. And then let's see. Ellen had to dip because she eating dinner. Thanks so much for sharing. Of course, bestie. If you picture storyline in your head, but it looks like
we're just going straight into the questions. We're just not even gonna.
You just said.
Yeah, but how did everyone else do?
How did everyone else do? They're telling us. They know the drill. Everyone knows the drill by this point. All right, we're back. You tell us. You talk about it. It's fine.
Crazy.
If you picture storyline in your head, but it looks like a movie, do you think it'd be better to write it as a script or to write it as a book?
What do you want it to be?
T.
I see my books as movies in my head, but I want them to be books because you can say more with a book than you can with a movie.
T. I concur.
Thank you.
How do you know when editing if you are improving it or just changing it for the sake of it? Ooh, that's a good question, bro.
Taylor's been asking herself that a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes I do have the moment where I'm like, am I just making this worse? Like, am I just making this more complicated or too simple? Or if you're not asking yourself that question, what are you doing? But I
think always go for clarity. If you're making it more clear, I think it's fine. If you're making it less clear, maybe reevaluate.
Yeah.
And like if you're just writing it a different way because you're like, this is just a different way to write it, then you know like, you know when you know. That's my very helpful advice.
It sure did. Oh my god.
I did it, but at what cost?
So I used the sprint to make lunch, but I'm also following y'all's advice and found out there's a writers group meetup in my area today. Let's go!
Yay, go make some friends.
Yeah, come back next Monday. We're going to be on Natalie's channel, and you can tell us how it went. We're going to be here at the same time, too. So,
yeah.
And everybody.
Nice. Ask about other people's books.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Got another 400 words that sprint, so at 1,000 for the day and 60K in the draft. Congratulations!
I'm at 226 words for the day.
447. Look at everybody freaking killing it. 500 words. Added a new character with what I think is my favorite intro so far. Love. I was seeing Innocent Hedgehog is working on a jet ski chase.
I did see that too.
And that looked so fun.
I love it.
Go over a waterfall. Holy snap. Bro, 511 words. That was great. Way to go. I'm in a research rabbit hole. Yep. You got to be at something.
In there.
You know what I mean, I write nonfiction and I am really struggling to figure out a system. I don't write nonfiction. I don't know how to nonfiction. Will do. I ended up setting drafting aside to revise my outline a bit more. Looks like everybody was productive during that sprint. Any parting words, Natalie, that you would like to share with our friends?
I think we should set goals before you all come back to my stream on Monday, a week from today.
Ooh.
I challenge you. And should I write everyone's down? I'm gonna. Hold up. Let me open it up.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not what I meant to click on.
You're crazy for that.
Okay. New Google Doc. goals for the week. Okay, Taylor.
My goal, so by next Monday, I think
whatever your goal is, double it.
Double it? I was going to say I'd like to be working on the outline for Venture Alone.
Okay. So what do you want accomplished by Monday?
To know what the hell is going to happen in the book is what I would like to have done.
See, that's not quantifiable.
Huh?
It's not quantifiable.
Girl, I don't know what you want from me, okay? I literally just want to know what's going to happen in the third book so that I can start putting it into an outline by Monday.
Okay, so define basic plot structure.
Okay.
There you go. Have basic plot structure done.
Yes. / character arcs and dynamics. Because I want to have like that fleshed out. So when I'm in with the outline, I'll know where to put stuff.
Okay. I love that.
Okay. Everybody else. Oh, this is what. Okay. Worked on the pitch of my book and like a lot better now. Let's go. Woo. Okay. Not have to come back because I'll have submitted and that means I can take a vacation. Love.
And I respect that for you.
2,000 earlier. Congrats. Okay, I should definitely be finished.
Okay.
My draft by then.
Hold on.
Beta readers.
Have book with beta readers. Okay.
But
and maybe working on outlines
or the Sapphic Dark Fantasy.
Start working on outlines. Okay.
Innocent Hedgehog wants to finish that jet ski sequence.
Just realized I've never spelled the word hedgehog in my life.
Really?
Innocent Hedgehog. Finish jet ski sequence. I love it.
Okay, by next Monday, Jade will be at 70K in the draft. So that means I'll have written another 10K.
Hit 70K in the draft. Yep. Love. Okay.
Then we've got my goal. Finish chapters 30, 31, and 32 for Sweb.
Sweb 89. No, Sweb 8693. Okay.
And then Charlotte by Monday.
I'm not there yet. Hold on.
Brother, chapters 30, 31, 32.
I had to write the name.
Oh my god.
Okay. Charlotte, what you doing? I have changed from colons to dashes. Have a, what is wrong with you? Yes. A working pitch. Scroll up.
/ synopsis written for this new project.
I don't type as fast as you, psychopath. Written for new project. Okay, next one.
And yes, she will shame all of you.
Obviously,
she will. I want to have written 1,000 from Emmett's POV.
1K written from Emmett's POV.
I want to have more written in the other POVs.
I'll give you just the one. I'm going to write that.
But I want to make sure his is set. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, welcome to my life, guys. I want to work on drafting the next 5 chapters. Yeah. I only have 5. I only have 1 for now.
Draft
25
chapters. Done.
Okay. Outline at least the first act of this new story and flesh out the character profiles.
First act of new story. Flesh out character profiles. Okay.
Okay. I'd like to get through my expanded outline in 0 draft and decide if it's going to be dual POV or not.
Finish expanded outline.
Now's your last chance, guys. Drop your goals. And then
decide if it's going to be dual POV. Okay.
Ian's is to prep for book 7 and send it off to dev edit.
Book 7 to send for dev edit. Okay.
Instant now I remember what it feels like when the teacher gives you homework. Yep. I want to survive the dev edits.
Okay, free range female. Survive. Got it.
It's what we're here for. Anybody else? Last call for accountability. For next Monday, we're going to be on Natalie's stream on her channel. Same vibes as this. So make sure that you go over there. Anybody else?
Well, next Monday's Memorial Day, y'all. So none of you should have work if you're in America. I don't think Memorial Day is celebrated everywhere else.
So we'll be working. We'll be working hard.
We'll be here.
Anyway. But that is it. Natalie, do you have anything you'd like to share?
No.
You post video, so right.
Oh. Yeah, but
go subscribe to Natalie's channel. We'll be over there. And then make sure you subscribe here if you're not yet subscribed, and give this stream a like. That really helps. Just push this to other people, see, and you get fireworks like that. And also when the stream ends, if you want to comment in the comment section what you got done, what you were productive with, then we all can remember, you know. But yeah, we'll be here every Monday for ever. So thank you guys so much for joining us and hanging out. And don't forget, if you want to get the first edition of Venture Below while it's still out, just look up my name and Venture Below on Amazon to grab a copy. But we love you guys so much. And we'll see you.